Hey guys, Momula here, and in today's video, I'm going to talk about the 5 different ways to diversify your traffic outside of organic search and why it's so crucial that you don't just rely on Google search, because if there's any algo updates and they go against you, you're going to lose all your traffic and all your revenue. Let's get into today's video. So I run an agency where I help clients with starter sites all the way up to those worth over $1 million in valuation. And one of the things that I do pretty much on a day-to-day basis is try to help my clients diversify outside of just using organic search. So as you already know, there's tons of benefits of being position 1, 2, or 3 in Google search for your chosen keyword and your chosen search term. But if things don't go your way, or if a competitor outranks you, or if Google decides that, hey, I just don't want to show your pages on the first page anymore for whatever reason, you're going to be in serious trouble. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you 5 really smart and efficient ways to diversify your traffic, to be less dependent on Google, and to make sure that whatever happens, you still have a profitable business that can withstand the test of time. So let's get into these 5 different ways, and I'm going to give you some of my personal favorites, starting with number 1, which is email marketing. Now, I've come from an email marketing background, so I've seen firsthand exactly what email marketing can do and why it's so powerful. And if set up correctly, you can just let the autoresponders take care of a significant portion of your subscribers and then just update broadcasts and send out campaigns from time to time. So one of the first reasons that you want to build an email list is because you get to engage with your subscribers, you get to understand what it is that they're looking for, their concerns and their problems, and then you can build out a product or service, or even just an affiliate to your product or service that helps them solve that problem. This, which for me is the smartest thing about email marketing, helps you to, number 1, continue to maintain strong revenue, and number 2, understand your customers, your clients, and your traffics and your subscribers' problems. That's so incredibly important if you want to have a business that is able to withstand long-term turbulence and keep revenue stable. Now, what you're going to do is try to maintain your list by sending them relevant freebies, relevant offers, relevant advice, and newsletters that they actually care about. And this can be done in plenty of different ways. But the most important part is that you understand and accept that email marketing is one of the easiest ways to diversify your traffic, because you already have traffic coming in. So all you have to do is put up a lead magnet and offer something valuable to your subscribers, and they will opt in. And from that point onwards, you have them locked away on your own private email marketing list, and then you can promote products and services to them when the time is right. So the second way to diversify outside of organic search is to go down the social route. Now for me, social usually means the top 3 for me is Pinterest, Facebook, Twitter, and probably YouTube as well. But if we're focusing on the first 3, you should find the social platform that your audience is already currently on. And then once you're happy with it, you can find all the nuances of that particular social platform and then just create content that your audience is going to like, want, and care about. Now, of course, I am simplifying it quite a lot, but the process of setting up a social media account and actually engaging with your audience and your subscribers is a simple one. You just need to do it over a long period. Really hammer down and send social traffic back to your website, you need to provide some type of value in your marketplace. So whether that's going to be incentives, freebies, or created information on your particular niche, it needs to be constant, and you need to have a social media content plan. So I'm currently on Pinterest. Now, Pinterest for me is a really smart way and efficient way to spend your time and effort. There are lots of different algorithms in Pinterest itself, and it's similar to Google in terms of you can be up at some points and you can be down. But I do think diversifying away from organic search always gives you an effective strategy without you having to just rely on Google. So what I like most about Pinterest is that you are able to create pins and have those pins set up in different ways to your community and to your audience. And as long as you're very consistent with it, you will slowly start to see traffic come in. Now, of course, the niches that are going to do well are those that are very much image-based. So you're thinking about lifestyle, you're thinking about cooking, you're thinking about gardening, and things that visually are appealing to the audience. One of us will know is Pinterest has a significant portion that are female only, so bear that in mind as well. Now, another way to diversify outside of organic search is to go down the video marketing route and start up a YouTube channel and a YouTube campaign. Now, video for some people can feel a little bit intimidating, and I totally get it, I totally understand it. But what I would say is there are ways to use video effectively and smartly, and you can even have a faceless brand, so you don't have to have your own face. You can potentially pay for someone else to have their brand and do your videos for you, or you can use and utilize AI tools, which is really doing well right now, and have an AI version faceless brand of your channel and in your industry. Now, what's fantastic about YouTube is your audience is probably already on YouTube consuming lots of different videos in your niche market and your niche industry. All you have to do is do your research and figure out specifically what they engage in a little bit more. And then tailor your video marketing to that particular sub niche. So, for example, I'm in the gardening space now. One of the sub niches that work really well is gardening ideas for your home. So, simple and effective ideas for gardening and kind of like landscaping ideas. Now, of course, video isn't going to be straightforward. You may not understand how to record the videos. You may not understand how to modify and edit the videos. And you may just not have the time or the energy to even want to do it. But I do think if you have a budget, you should probably pay someone and have video as part of your diversification away from organic search. At the very least, start up a channel and a brand and just test the waters. So create, submit, or pay for 10 to 15 videos. And just get used to the concept and idea of having a video page. Now, another really interesting way to diversify away from organic search is to actually just pay for traffic. Now, sometimes this can be a bit counterintuitive or counterproductive because if you're relying solely on ads, you don't want to pay a specific amount for a visitor, and then the ad network's not going to pay you as much on the other side for that same visitor. So in that circumstances, maybe it wouldn't work. But very frequently, if you have your own products, an e-commerce brand or store, or even an ebook, a course, in something of that nature, then it would be a very strategic and smart strategy to actually pay for ads and have a paid ad campaign set up to promote your product or service, specifically your sales page, and then optimize that over time. And that's going to have a twofold effect. The first effect is, of course, you're going to be able to spend some of your budget and promote your product or service. And number two, you're going to get data outside of organic search. So you're going to get data from paid, whether it's Google ads, Facebook ads, or another PPC type of campaign. And over time, this data can add up where you should be able to see some trends in the items, products, or services that your target audience actually cares about, and maybe those that they won't spend any money on. Now, a lot of the PPC campaign and PPC networks have lots of really cool incentives. So, for example, at the moment over here in the UK, Google are giving away £400 in ad credit when you spend £400 of your own money, which can just make things a little bit easier. And of course, you can test out different PPC networks. Facebook is fantastic for targeting, and it could work really well for a specific product or service that needs more of a visual element and maybe some social proof. Again, depending on your budget, I would recommend allocating some towards a PPC campaign, but really this is for someone that has a brand or a product or service that they were trying to sell. I probably wouldn't send paid traffic to an affiliate page because depending on which affiliate product or service that you're promoting, that could be against their terms and conditions. Now, last but not least, there are ways to diversify within Google search itself, but instead of going and targeting organic search via keywords, articles and posts, you can try to target and optimize for Google Discovery. Now, Google Discovery has only been around for a few years, so there are a few unknowns, but I do have one tip that can help you to, at the very least, increase your engagement in Google Discovery, and the most, be able to see trends and create more content to increase your engagement within Google Discovery. Now, Google Discovery is a feed that shows up on the homepage of most iOS and Android apps within mobile and cell phones. Now, usually you can actually personalize your feed or your Discovery feed within your device itself. And in contrast to search, you don't actually have to add anything into the search browser for the Google Discovery ads to show up. Now, in general, what Google does is they sort different people into different audiences, and then they show them ads based on their activity. So while there aren't any hard and fast rules on how to actually change your content just for Google Discovery, there are a few things that you can do to increase the chances. So those 5 things are: you need to definitely, first of all, have a mobile website. As you can see, it's only going to show up on mobile. Number 2 is you definitely need to have high quality images. The Discovery feed and the Discovery application is very much image generated and image based, and people click on images. So the higher the quality of the image, the higher the chance someone's going to click through. You also need to align your content and your metadata. So you need to make sure that there's a match between the content that you're actually writing about and the metadata or meta description that you're including. Next, it usually makes sense if you are publishing content around popular posts or popular topics, etc. And generally, the sites that do probably the best on Google Discovery is usually news related or newsfeed type sites, because there's lots of different topics and lots of popular trends that are happening obviously throughout every single day. And then every now and again, you'll get like a really big story that will scale really well on Google Discovery. Lastly, you definitely need to work on your EAT, so your EEAT as it's now called. So your experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness. And lastly, my top tip is just to go into your Google Search Console as it is, go into Google Discovery, which will be on the middle of the left-hand side panel, and then check to see what you're already ranking for and what you're already trending for in Google Discovery. See those posts and see those keywords, and then optimize more for those posts or keywords. I think it's a really smart way to structure your campaigns and your efforts away from just organic search, and if done correctly, can give you lots of small boosts of traffic. So hopefully that's been an insightful video, and I've given you 5 really efficient and smart ways to diversify outside of organic search and using just google.com. In today's day and age, you definitely need to diversify and be mindful of core updates, because you can lose significant chunks of traffic almost overnight when Google rolls out their core updates. So having one or all of these in place will definitely help to stabilize your traffic and keep your revenue as high as possible. I hope this video has been useful, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.